free. Okay.
Okay.
So it's okay. You guys just be natural.
Yeah.
Do whatever it is.
So I'm like, who's this Vincent Ward dude calling me, talking about I need to change my name? And he was like, well, you're right. He was here first and all these others. So that was funny.
Well, I have a friend that has a unique spelling for her hair. It doesn't have a K in the line. And so I knew you were Stephanie. I was trying to remember that you had a special spelling.
Y'all ready for tomorrow? To see my calves shock the world?
Are you going for calves?
I'm from Ohio.
Oh, of course. You're from Dayton, so of course you're doing it. Yes.
Just shock the world, man.
Jennifer, this
Shock the world, baby.
Jennifer,
LeBron's harvesting. He's coming back.
Yeah. You called and told him.
Yeah, that's it. I heard it.
He said, hey, man,
Yeah, this is happening.
this is going to happen today. That's my stuff, so. I'll just do it. Because I better strip this on library. Let me see. Go past.
going on soon, guys.
No problem.
Okay, so camera, this is the recording camera. That's the most important one. When I say action, that's when the show really starts. Everything is streaming, just continue going no matter what's going on in here.
Okay.
That's the live aspect of it.
It's live, y'all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear
Oh, okay.
sound
What's
and,
going on,
and
everybody?
feed. Yeah.
We here. What's going on? My Facebook Live?
All right. We're also going to be on Periscope in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so.
I'm surprised they haven't made an app where we can do both of them.
Allie. Let's get you all set up over here.
You too. How are you?
Thanks for going through. I know you sacrificed a couple of it today.
Happens.
All right. Here's go. Okay, so no matter what happens, if you trip or whatever, make sure you never touch this button.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Okay.
What up, Lon? What up, Stephanie? Jules? Afternoon. Hey.
Hi.
So,
About to go up in a few minutes.
We're going to do it. Talking to Vincent M. Ward, everybody. Get ready.
What does the other guy do?
Hey, he's
he's an R&B artist
Oh, okay.
and activist, very aggressive activist in the LGBTQ community. Other stuff,
What's going on?
Right.
It's terrible.
Oh yeah, they're doing some big stuff regarding what happened. Yeah. So okay, so we got that. Okay.
What up, Keisha?
This is our conversation. Yeah. And through
All right. Cool. All right. You're broadcasting. Let's get you out of that sleeve.
We're also on Periscope for all you Periscope people out there. Do I ever come to Washington State? Never had a reason to come to Washington State. But I come.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Periscope is live. All right, so yeah, just keep holding it. Let me make sure that is actually Periscope. So I'll do the camera. Oh no, 0. Okay. Yeah, okay. You got people looking at us now. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. So she's gonna be in and out. I want you to be in and out of here.
Okay.
All right. Doing the meaty stuff. You're gonna want to stick around, but that thing always keeps going.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool.
Behind the scenes.
6'4".
Right. All right. Okay. Cool. Go live. Okay, so Facebook's about to go live. And Facebook's live. All right.
Well, look at that.
So they got you on live here, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. So we're live everywhere. We're just not in production. Man. We're just not shooting. We'll get there soon enough. All right.
We're live. Coming to
So
you right
there
there.
it is. All right, let's get that code and drop it in our browser.
I guess Facebook was like, we better jump on this live thing. And then YouTube did it, right?
Yeah. They get. Actually, it was YouTube first. They with YouTube Hangouts, or it might have been something simpler before YouTube Hangouts, and then they just started.
Oh, yeah, the
Building on
Hangouts
it,
thing. It'd be cool if it was just one app where you can just get
Everything.
all
I'm sure they're working on it.
YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook just at one time. That'd be cool, right?
Zuckerberg might be working on something. Yeah.
Mm.
This guy's on everything. Okay, so add media. Okay, insert from URL. Control V.
I'll go up in a minute.
Okay. Okay. Let's try that again.
Go Cavs. We're gonna shock the world, man. Listen what I'm saying.
It's right. All right. Okay.
Listen what I'm saying to you, man.
Vincent M. Ward.
I bought this hat. This don't even match what I got on. I just brought it just to be bringing it. We're gonna shock the world tomorrow, man. You see?
All right.
Laughing now. Y'all hear we're gonna shock the world tomorrow. Wherever all the cameras at.
Yeah, that's right. They're everywhere.
Everywhere they you can possibly see.
If LeBron plays the way he played last game, he's gonna lead the troops. Kevin Love better show up. I'm gonna kidnap him. You gonna go to the game. You ain't doing nothing anyways.
Win or lose, though. You
I
don't,
know.
think they're gonna, you don't think they're going to keep him, though.
Oh, Love?
Yeah.
Oh, he out of there, man. He's out of there.
Show URL.
He's out of there because he don't really and truly want to be there. He's there now because, hey, I'm at the championship. But who knows? They all rich. I don't care whatever they do. They having fun. They doing what they want to do. Just go to work and put in your job, man. Put in work. You're right, Jason. You're right. I hope Iguodala ain't playing tomorrow. Tell him he can come back Monday. Hope his back get better Monday. Not tomorrow.
We'll just go with that. Update. Good. 10:10. We're good. All right, we're about to roll camera, okay? So, Allie, come on in here. Step over there for a second. Okay, guys, sound, watch the sound, okay?
I ain't gonna listen. What up, Texas? No, no, Kyrie's not going to Atlanta. Brandon.
Cool. All right.
You don't even want the guards you got him now. And you're not taking my guard. His handle's too nice.
All right. So you guys gonna have to like work around each other here. Allie, you can
Jason's gonna be in foul trouble because what
you
his
can
wife
hang
said.
out right
You
here.
can't be saying the NBA is red.
Camera views is here
Mhm.
and there. All right. So just avoid those, and you should be fine. And let's see. Great, everything looks good here. Awesome. Frank, you know how to bring us in, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You know, I always gotta ask.
Can't upshow the NBA and the referees. They'll come back to haunt you.
We got people from India.
That's my people. It's my cousin in there. What's up, India?
Nice, nice. Okay. Good. Let's get him out of here. Save some bandwidth.
When Sean Kemp and Shaq went to Cleveland. It's bad days.
Second, guys. Okay.
Larry Nance was balling, man. Nervous? No, I'm not nervous. Why would I be nervous? I'm frightened.
Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all eyes on camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. All right. Camera's rolling. And action.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of the Internet's talk show, WatchHollywood.tv. I'm your host, Frank Brand. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie. We've got another fantastic episode for you in store today. Coming up later in the show, Stephanie Bachlan, my co-host, will be interviewing R&B artist and activist LaMont Wheat. But right now, folks, we've got none other than Vincent M. Ward. Now listen to the lineup for this guy. I mean, you probably know him best as Oscar from The Walking Dead, but he's also been in Two Broke Girls, Wilfred, Psych, which I love that show. Oh, come on, Dule Hill. Who doesn't love Dule Hill? Right there. He's got an upcoming project here, Lost in the Pacific, with Brandon Routh, who you know as Superman, as well as Adam in Legends of Tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Vincent M. Ward. The Broncos wild! How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, the pleasure's all ours. Look at that. So now, I know you've been, as Vincent's been in here talking, all he's been saying is that the Cavs are going to shock the world tomorrow.
I brought this hat today. It don't even match what I got on. I only brought this to stir up some stuff. Because tomorrow, the Cavs going to shock the world, man. We're going to shock the world.
All right, now you're originally from Dayton.
Dayton, Ohio.
All right, so now what was it like there when LeBron first left and he went down to Miami?
Well, I was here. I was here in California, but when he left, true basketball fans understand. You know, it's like, what else can the man do? You can only do so much if they don't bring him help. Yeah, I mean, it was sort of disappointing to see him go, but the simple fact is he came back, and he didn't have to do that. He came back. Last year, we went to the championship. Unfortunately, 2 people got hurt. And this year, we came back, and we're going to shock the world.
Now, him coming back, do you think that was basically everybody in Ohio said, like, all right, all is forgiven? Or are there people still that kind of hold a little grudge that he took off and now he's just coming back?
No, I think the grudge is out the window. Yeah. I mean, because how many athletes ever go back to their hometown and really and truly try to do something? Him going back changed everything for the city of Cleveland, you know, as far as financial or whatnot. And I always told people that I will win an Oscar before any Ohio professional team in any sport win a championship.
The clock is ticking.
So,
Vincent.
hey, man, I want to see them win,
Yeah.
man. I come in second place. So maybe when they win, or if they win, then maybe everything else will start changing.
All right, yeah, there
We'll
you go.
see. Somebody has to go first.
Now, for you, as we talked about, I got your start there in Dayton, Ohio.
Mhm.
Now, you played basketball in high school and college,
Mhm.
and then also you broke away from that. You did some dance for a while.
Mhm. I used to be in a rap group, 2 different rap groups, the East Town Party and the Slam Syndicate. We used to open up shows like MC Hammer, MC Light, Special Ed, NWA, Public Enemy. It was like the opening act. And instead of going straight to college, I wanted to pursue my dancing.
Mhm.
And we were on the same record label as Vanilla Ice for Ichabod Records.
Get out of town.
And when back then, that's when Arsenio Hall was like really popular, and we actually thought we was gonna go on Arsenio Hall. But after a couple of years of not doing anything, it was time to go back to school. So a coach called my mom. He's like, well, does he still play ball? She's like, I think so. And he's like, well, we want to give him a full scholarship. They hadn't seen me playing like 2.5 years.
But that is, I just says, I think would speak well to your talent. For 2.5 years, you might not play, but everybody knows how well you were.
Yeah, I was nominated as a McDonald's All-American with Chris Webber and Jalen Rose and all those guys back then. So
And you played varsity all 4 years.
all 4 years, and it's still a record. It hasn't changed since then. I was the first one, the only one.
Man. So now, what was it, as you were growing up, was you kind of buying with which one you were more interested in, with the arts or basketball?
It was definitely basketball. I never thought about being an entertainer until I was sort of forced into the whole dancing situation. What happened was I had went to a school dance, and the young lady's like, let's go out and dance. And it was like a slow song. I'm like, no, I don't know how to dance. And she's like, come on. We get out there, I'm all on her toes and everything, man. And I remember she's Tisha Adams.
All out.
And I remember her saying, yeah, you're right, you can't dance. And she left me out there and walked away. And I felt like Carrie when the blood fell on her in the Scary Movie. I felt like that, man. So when I went home that night, my mom could tell I was sad. And she's like, well, what's wrong? I was like, I told her what happened. And she showed me how to dance. And from then, I just started learning more. And because my family used to call me the mechanical man because all I used to know how to do was the robot. And so after that, I started practicing. Then I ended up hooking up with my old best friend. And, we just started practicing in my parents' driveway. And before you knew it, we would win every dance contest in the Midwest. And I'm 6'4", and he was 6'5".
That's impressive.
Yeah, they used to call us the Twin Tower Dancers, but we was also known as Night and Day.
So now you go back. You say like, all right, I'm going to say goodbye to the dancing for now. I'm going to go back to college. What was it like picking up the ball again after 2.5 years?
I was still playing. I was still very active because when you're not doing anything, you're not making any money, you go playing basketball. Mm-hmm. And so we were living in Florida at that time, and we stayed at Eglin Air Force Base because one of our the DJ was in the Air Force at that time. So we just stayed at his place, and we would go on. We would just beat everybody in that little town, Fort Walton Beach. So I was always active. So when I went back to school, there was no stopping me.
Look at that. All right, very nice.
No stopping.
So now you finished school. Was there ever you thought like, I'd like to pursue this to the next level?
No, I had received letters from every college you can think of, and a lot of people thought I was gonna go to the NBA. They really truly did, but I was 6'4" and I was a center. 6'4" in the NBA is a guard, and I never worked on my handles, so I was like, I don't know how to go to the NBA. I ended up working at GM. Instead of going, I was at school for like 3 years, and being from the Midwest, you've made it if you worked at General Motors. So my dad worked at GM, my uncles, everybody in my entire family worked at GM. And what happened was, it was time for me to go back to school, but GM calls like, we're going to hire you. And I ended up going to work for GM. But then I got hurt. On the job at GM, and they told me I couldn't come back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I want to think about the basketball. So I know many people, when they decide to pursue basketball in college, you get a scholarship or an opportunity like that. There are things, well, I'm heading to the NBA. That is it. But for some people like yourself, you realize that, what's it like to realize, like, NBA is not my final goal. I'm just going to be able to just enjoy this for the time that I'm playing, and then I'll just do this on my own, but I know I'm not going to have any kind of pursuits as a professional.
Right, because if I was really trying to pursue it, I would have went straight to college right after high school instead of going the other way around and going to a rap group. But when you're young, you make mistakes. And I thank God for those mistakes, because it's made me the person who I am today. If it wasn't for school, if it wasn't for GM firing me, if it wasn't for Champ Sports firing me, then I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now.
Look at that. Who would have thought that would have been the prize? Look at that. What a prize.
Yeah, because after GM closed down, or after GM, I started working at Champs. Became the #1 salesman in the district, and it's like, well, we're going to train you as assistant manager, but you have to go to Columbus, which is 45 minutes from the day. Went there, became the #1 salesman in the district there. The general manager came one day. It's like, you're doing such a great job. How far you want to take it in the company? I was, like an interview, like we're doing right now. I said, man, hey, I'd like to have a position like yours one day. 2 weeks later, I was fired.
What?
Yeah, he fired me after that, man. And I'm just like super depressed now, because no basketball, no gym, no Champs. What am I going to do now? And probably like 3 or 4 weeks after that, went and saw my very first play, and I fell in love with it.
Now, what was the play, and what was it that made you fall in love with it?
It was at Living the Dream Theater with a guy named James Chapman. And I sat there, and I guess, I've always had the entertainment blood in me. And it was like at a little theater, like 30 seats or whatnot. And I sat there and I said, I can do that. Never thought about acting in my entire life. A few weeks after that, they had auditions for that same company. I went to audition and got a part. Didn't even know what I was doing. Just got a part. And I'm a competitor, so I was competing. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be the one who sucked. So I just kept on practicing and practicing and practicing. And the way that I used to remember my lines is, I used to get in my car, drive around with the script on my lap. And it made, of course, I had to focus on the role, but it also made me focus on my lines as well. So I started doing more plays, and then I ended up auditioning for a independent film called A Symbol of Love. Got the lead role in that. So I'm like, okay, I might be on this. Started doing more plays, and then the movie Traffic with Michael Douglas came. And that was my first big break, because they filmed it in Ohio.
Now, that's how you even work for Steven Soderbergh. That's fantastic. What was that experience like?
It was great, my parents and myself, my sister told everybody. My mom, like, my baby with Michael Douglas. Y'all gotta go see him in the movie Traffic, and I'm all hyped up. So after that, I'm like, I'm moving to LA. My parents like, you don't even know anybody there. I said, I don't care. I'm gonna go try. But by the time it was time for me to come here to Los Angeles, GM had cut me a check for $10,000 saying not to come back. So I wasn't going back anyways.
Yeah.
The $10,000 helped me with the move. Champs tried to give me my job back. I had told them no, I found something I love to do. And so by the time I got out here, the trailer, what is it? Not the trailer. What's the name of it?
Preview?
Yeah, the preview for Traffic was coming up. So I'm there, I'm watching, all the big stars is there, and I'm sitting there. My scene, it takes place where Michael Douglas drives through the neighborhood. I stop him, I confront him. Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, here we go, here we go, here we go. And he drives right past me. Cut my scene out. I'm devastated. So of course, what pops in my mind? School, GM, Champs, now this. So afterwards, I go to Steven Soderbergh because I'm hurt. I'm devastated. I'm thinking about, they're gonna laugh at you, me on the dance floor. And I go to him, I said, hey man, I said, why y'all cut my part out? Just like that. And he's like, oh, well, Vince, we on a budget, we had to pay Mike up front. And so he said, I'm sorry it happens that way. No, I didn't know. I'm just speaking from the heart. And let me back, but they kept my name in the credits. Still, those checks still coming in.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he saw that I was hurt, and he said, but I'm working on a new project. He took out pen and paper. He said, give my secretary a call. I'm working on this new movie called Ocean's 11.
Oh, that's just a little indie thing. Maybe you saw it, guys. I don't know.
So that's how I ended up getting Ocean's 11.
That's fantastic. Because a lot of people will be in that same situation and not just like, oh, well, I got cut, and they just go home.
I was speaking from the heart. I didn't know any better. I didn't know the other part of the industry, the business part, that type of stuff happens. All I knew is why y'all cut my part out. And, you know, my hometown's gonna think I was lying and think my parents was lying. That was the most important thing. Somebody would be like, oh, you know, I didn't see him in that. But he made it so that he gave me my part so I can put it on my reel. So if you go to VincentM.com, you can see it.
You see like him and Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Not a bad guy to be sharing a scene with.
Yeah, because originally my character was named The Face, but then in the credits it was Man on the Street. So,
but then you do Ocean's 11. And
Ocean's 11. Every day I play basketball with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Bernie Mac, because I was their competition, right? And I only had a 5-day contract. And I told George Clooney, I said, you know, today's my last day. He said, Vince, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I got an extra 5 days with pay just to play basketball with him.
Yeah, all right. So first off, how good is George Clooney? Because I always hear my interviews talking about basketball. So is he good?
Yeah, Matt Damon's pretty good too.
Just pretty good.
Well, good, pretty good is better than what Kevin Love been playing. But no, they could ball. But if I knew what I knew today, then I would have been best friends with them by now. Not because I want something from them, because we had something in common, you know, and that was the love of basketball.
And so what is it, as you said, if I knew now what I knew then, so what is it that you know now that you wish you had known that would have helped you establish that friendship?
First of all, they're no different than me and you. You know, a lot of times, it's just like I had a conversation with a group yesterday on Instagram. You know, a lot of times when you put people on that pedestal and then they turn out to be something different than what you imagine, then all of a sudden they're a bad person. For instance, playing basketball, George Clooney's shoe came untied. Some guy ran out there to tie his shoe. George Clooney said, hey, buddy, I can tie my own shoe. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Clooney, I'm sorry. But if he could allow him to tie his shoe, you know what I mean? He could be like, all right, go ahead, boy, tie that shoe. You know what I mean? But he showed that he's down to earth, that he's no different than us. And that's what I be trying to tell like a lot of people, because they always bring up The Walking Dead. Oh, he's on The Walking Dead. Oh, this. Oh, I'm your fan. First of all, I don't like for people to say that they're my fan. I like for people to be like, you know, social media family. Because if you say I'm your fan, then it puts me above you. Like nothing happens bad with me. Like I don't have any problems in my life. You know, like I don't cry about this, that. You know what I mean? So I don't like the whole fan thing. And I don't like when people put celebs on the pedestal. And I really don't like when people call reality show people celebs. And it's no disrespect to them, but you being yourself, that's not a talent. You're just being yourself. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can get on there on the show and cut somebody out and act a fool and fuss and fight. Now, if it's a show that's positive, I'm with that. But all those negative reality shows, I can't stand that.
It's all about just tearing people down, tearing each other down.
And it's all about the people behind the scene making money.
Yeah.
Off of people being ignorant.
So now you get Ocean's 11 after that. So you're able to call back to your family and say, hey, guess what? You know, everything that happened with traffic, not a bad thing. Things are going in a nice direction.
See me shaking my head?
No, wasn't.
Go to the premiere. Here we go again. So the scene takes place. It's Matt Damon and George Clooney sliding down the elevator shaft. They open it up, slide the gas pedal out, and knock out the 2 guards. Now I'm one of the guards. Now me and the other guard, we're having this conversation. We're running our lines. All of a sudden, I hear music playing on top of my lines. So I'm like, he got me again. He got me again. So I told myself that day, it'll never happen to me again. And so the movie, Bring It Down the House with Queen Latifah and Steve Martin came. Originally, I had 3 words. Before I got done, I had 33 words. I took a chance.
Yeah.
Only thing I can say is don't do it, but it matched everything that I added that kept. Now, I'm not suggesting y'all do that. I took a chance.
So that first take, when you just like, all right, this is my moment, I'm going to add something to it.
Well, what happened was, I forgot the lady's name. She looked at me and I'm like, okay, is it my turn to talk? So I just started talking. I just kept adding each time. But then I started thinking to myself, I said, I'm doing too much, And so what I did is I went back to how it originally was. And then when I did that, I heard cut. Now, Adam Shankman, everybody knows Adam. Adam is very flamboyant and funny.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks up to me. He said, excuse me, Mr. Write Your Own Lines, man. We like the way that you wrote it. So could you do it that way, please? And walked away. He walked away. I was dying. But everything that I added, he kept.
That's going to be a great feeling, though. So have that director come on and say, you take a chance, and then you get it validated by the director of the film. Thank you for adding. Yeah,
it's like, okay, if you're going to take a chance, stick to it. Don't go back on whatever you tried to do. And I always tell people this story, the show The Wire. I always wanted to be on The Wire. Okay, it was the 5th season. It was the last season. I was in Baltimore, and I said, I'm going to go take a chance on me. So 3 different people, 3 different occasions said, Vince, don't go in there, man. That lady's mean. I'm like, why is everybody saying this lady's mean? So I sat there, I thought about it. I'm like, I'm going anyways. I put a little package together. I go in there and I introduce myself to the secretary. And she's like, oh, I forgot, let's just say Deborah. Oh, I go in there, tell Deborah you're here, whatever. She go in there, and all of a sudden I hear, I don't give up who he is. He don't stop him out in office without calling. Secretary comes back out. She said, oh, I guess you heard that, huh? I was like, yeah. I mean, the lady was like right there, and I can see her. I said, I'm sorry that, came in about, you noticed or whatnot. Left out, I left that package there. Hour later, I get a call for an audition. And the reason why, I will go in there, and she said the reason why she acts like that is because so many people waste their time saying that they're actors and actresses and they don't come in prepared. And you got to think about this Baltimore too.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really have too much going on there. So she's like, I would love for you to come back for a callback. Now I go back to the callback, and there's like 6 guys in there in their 60s or 70s, in their 60s. And I'm like, oh man, why am I even here? Long story short, I got the part. And they never thought about somebody my age being teamed up with the character Proposition Joe and Marlo. I played a crooked pastor that was doing money laundering in my church. But I took a chance. If I would listen to those 3 people, I would have never got the part.
Now, because you've already talked about several times, you've taken a chance, you kind of push the boundaries. What is it, like the mindset in your head, the kind of philosophy that says like, hey, always take a chance? Because many people would see that opportunity and they would choose to go the other way. They would back down. They would not do that.
I always feel like, why not me? If you don't take a chance, your opportunity might go past you. Watch it, this other person get it over me. And like I said earlier, the only thing they can do is say no, or get out, or push you out.
But then even then, you still leave your materials.
Still
there you go. You get a call back.
Still got it, man. You have to take advantage. Even everybody hates Chris. Okay. Originally, I got hired to be Terry Cruz's personal stand-in on that. And, I started noticing every week that we had a new director or whatnot come. And so I'm looking at it like this, like these directors go to other shows as well. So one day I got the stand-ins together. I said, look, we're going to do these lines like it's ours. We're going to do the movements like it's ours. I'm Terry, you're Tashina, you're whoever. And what happened was when we started doing it like that, we started getting parts on the shows. Some of those directors that went to other shows came back and got us because they were hired as stand-ins because we were better actors than some of the people that they hired. And I was probably the only stand-in that had a stand-in because my vision was bigger than me just being a stand-in for anybody. So, once again, that's taking a chance. Yeah. Going to the main people and say, we want to do these lines, we want to do these movements. And that's what we done.
Now, because I see like stand-up for Terry Crews. I mean, somebody that's similar, an athlete that
Mhm.
decided to go and change his direction of his career and focus more on acting and
Mhm.
something like that. So an opportunity to kind of pick his brain, is that something that you see as well?
Well, we became really close, and I remember like the last season, they didn't know if we was gonna come back for the 5th season. And I remember because he used to come to my plays and come to some of my stuff, him and his wife, Rebecca. And I remember him taking me to the side, and he said, "Vince, if we come back next year, I don't want you to come back as my stand-in." He said, "You're too talented to be my stand-in." And I sat there and I said, "Terry," I said, "You know what? I wasn't coming back next year. I was going, sometimes you had to walk on faith, walk out on faith." And that's what I was going to do. Yeah, stand in, have opportunity to pay some bills or whatnot. But is that what you really just want to do? You just want to pay some bills? Or do you want to take a chance to get your opportunity to shine? And one thing I always say, every day you got to get up, you got to rise and grind. You got to do something to better your life for yourself, for your family, or just for somebody. If you can just talk to a stranger and put a smile on their face or be helpful to somebody, then sooner or later, whatever you set your mind out to do, it'll come back.
That is an awesome mindset for sure. So now we jump ahead. You've got many other shows, but then all of a sudden you land the role of Oscar on The Walking Dead. So from season 3 for that. So the show had been around for a little bit. So what was the opportunity when you get that? You're like, wow, this is a nice project to be on for a few hours.
I didn't even know what it was.
No,
I had no clue what The Walking Dead was.
Are you a zombie movie fan, or you're like,
I just didn't know what it was. I didn't know about the comic books. I didn't know the popularity of the show. I just looked at it like, okay, it's a job. To me, you don't get excited about a show if you're a professional actor and actress. You might get excited about the opportunity to be working, but you don't give more to it because it's The Walking Dead over Psych or whatever. When they told me it's about zombies, I was like, well, who watching TV about zombies? Kind of find out everybody watches TV about zombies, but I didn't know. I just looked at it like, okay, let's make it happen. And I've done interviews where people ask me, well, how was it working with them? I'm like, well, it was cool, but what you thought I was going to go in there starstruck? I didn't know any of these people. I hadn't seen them on anything except for, man, my mind is drawing a blank today. I only saw one person on other shows. So, Michael Rooker. I only seen Michael Rooker on something else. I hadn't seen anybody else on anything else. To me, that for some of the actors on there, that this was like their breakout opportunity. I play Oscar, but my goal and my dream and passion is more than just playing Oscar, it's winning an Oscar. It's no, I can't, I'm not going to sit and say, I don't want to do 3 or 4 episodes of this, 3 or 4 episodes of that, but I want to be part of a main group. I want the show to want me as much as I want to be there as well. So
now, with your career up to that point, you've been comedies, dramas. It's more like a genre type show. So a lot of heavy makeup effects, things like that. What is it just being part of that whole process? You see people getting made up into zombies. Very much a genre sort of project.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, it was like just threw some dirt on me, some dirt, some sweat in the prison outfit. And then you'd be outside sweating for real. So you really didn't have to spritz you down too much. But as far as the zombies, we never really see them get made up because they were there so much earlier than we were. It's crazy because you'd be having a conversation with them, and then later on see them without the makeup on. You're like, oh, how you doing? Type of thing. But I had a great time. Everybody was really nice. I learned a lot about a lot of the characters. I never knew that Andrew Lincoln was British until we went out to eat one day, and I'm sitting there, had a glass of wine, and he got this British accent on. So I'm looking at my wine because I only took a sip, and I'm looking at him, I'm looking back, and I say, why are you talking like that? What's up with the accent? And he's like, you didn't know I was British? I'm like, no. I said, everywhere we go, you freaking Rick. So it would come to find out there was a lot of British people on there. The governor, Maggie, probably like 3 or 4 people on there that was British. Never knew, man. Never knew.
When the camera stopped, also the accents come out. Wait, hold on a second.
No, I'm telling you, that was the first time the accent ever came out. I had never heard them talk like that until then. I was shocked. Very shy. I like them better as the Rick accent.
So now your latest project, Lost in the Pacific. You've got also the TV show Atlanta, 2016 as well. Lost in the Pacific seems really cool. A transatlantic, the first transatlantic ship goes around and disaster strikes.
Yeah. It came out. It actually came out this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, international. It's over in Asia. It was the #1 movie so far. It's about some killer cats on a plane. Yeah, I got killed by a cat. I was the first one to get killed.
Ah,
Kill the black guy.
that's right. Now, what is it like filming like one of those death scenes? I mean, you've got Walking Dead, you've got this, where it's all effects work and stuff like that.
Well, I didn't even get to see the cat. They put like a stuffed animal there, so everything was green screen, man. So it was like, so you had to do the eyes, then you be on the ground with a big scratch on your neck. So I got killed by a cat that's probably as big as this microphone. Scratched my neck.
And you never once saw them. Oh, it was just a little stuffed cat. Did at least the stuffed cat look like the one in the film, or no?
No, it was like a bunny rabbit.
I was supposed to be scared by this bunny rabbit.
Yeah, but 2016, that's a zombie movie. Atlanta is coming out on FX. So, and I'm working on my own shows, doing some writing, want to take the place of Candyman. Tony Todd.
Yeah. Oh, man, what a fantastic voice he's got.
Yeah, so we're working on some stuff, still doing the conventions, and still rising and grinding.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, but make sure y'all follow me, man. Vincent M, everything on social media.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, before the cameras even rolling right here, I mean, he's got his Facebook Live right there. He got Periscope just chatting away with everybody. This man loves to interact with his fans.
That's right. Social media family.
That's right. You're right. It is not fans, social media family. Vincent M, thank you so much for coming in to Watch Hollywood TV. You were fantastic. Look at that. Everybody will be right back with Stephanie Bachlan and Mr. Andy Lee.
Awesome. Nice. Good work, guys. Hey, I want to get some pictures.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
All right.
I got so many stories, man. I'm telling you, you'll be here all day.
Oh, can you do me a favor? Let me get a shot. Just shake this man's hand.
Go Cavs.
Thanks, watch your stuff.
Yes.
Watch your head.
We'll stop the world tomorrow, man. Periscope.
Okay, come on.
Oh my. Still good.
Come back. Yeah.
Wait, can I get in there with you guys too?
Excuse us.
We're just doing the ball guys right now.
Please jump in after the first shot.
Well, Move.
These chairs are positioned on camera. Then have a seat. Or stand, whatever makes you comfortable. All right. Cool. I like this. Yeah. Photo. All right. The ball guys. Just get one.
No.
Oh, so camera looking at.
Nice.
Okay, so sometimes your eyes, you like, what are you looking at?
What's success with everything, man?
Wait.
Oh, Steph.
All people plus me. Get in, Alistair.
All right. Nice. Thank
And
you.
what about Frank? No?
Frank, yeah, come on in, Frank. Nice shoes. Oh, we have a tradition here. We take photos of feet.
Of shoes.
Oh my
Oh.
Nice. Oh, nice. Oh, definitely get some of that orange on there. Get that orange. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Vincent,
I love the
thank
shoes.
you again
No
for
problem,
responding and tweeting and
No
All the
problem.
best.
Likewise.
I want to follow you.
pleasure.
Yeah, likewise.
I've seen you like throughout, and so
Okay, so
Trying to make some things happen,
yeah, I
man.
think it's awesome. keep doing it and keep being a light and showing
Sir.
people what's possible, right?
We'll do.
All right. Wonderful. Okay, Stephanie, you're up. You can get
Okay, this side, this side.
Your guest is going to be over here. Okay, I need to adjust your seat.
Yeah, I moved it.
It's okay. Good to see you, Lamont.
Good to see you. Yes.
Wow.
Almost 2 years.
2 years, yeah. Okay, good to see you.
Mm.
We're still on Periscope, yeah? Cool, nice. Thank you.
Oh my God, I hope I don't sweat in here. So I'm feeling the heat.
Hi, Mom.
Ready?
Oh, no, wait.
Good. Get one more of that. Perfect. Okay.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. Let me Snapchat real quick.
Oh, yeah. I don't have mine.
What's up, Snapchat? It's Lamont. I'm on set with Stephanie. We are about to go live in just a moment. We're going to give you all the juicy tea.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Are you on Snap?
No.
Oh, we're just
I was
filming.
taking a picture. You want me to take? We're on Periscope though.
Oh, we're live. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody. We're just live through the transitions here.
I wish they had, I'm going to be.
Oh, you can Facebook Live this.
Yeah, I'm going to go. If it'll stay connected. I wonder, is there a Wi-Fi here? Does anyone know?
Do you know what to do? You mean the password?
Yeah. Do you know what?
No.
Yes, sir.
I think there is.
I have, because then I will just go live with it all broadcast live.
I don't know.
Give us 5 minutes.
Yeah, give us 5 minutes.
Behind the scenes here. Watch Hollywood.tv.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. We are just playing.
Oh, it is. It's live now.
We're live now. Should we just? Well, anyway. So how are you
Anyway,
doing, Lamont?
it's been a long time coming. I'm trying to see if there's a Wi-Fi so I can go live. I love social media, so I'm trying to see if I can broadcast live.
I'm the worst at it. So you.
Okay, just so you know, guys, we are live.
And
We
we
know.
love it.
Okay, good, nice.
We've
We
been
know.
saying hi to everyone.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you wanted to do something?
No, he. Do we have internet for him?
Oh, yeah.
You have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, hold on 1 second, because I'm just gonna. Since we live in a social. Okay, so what is it? There's an
it's-
AEP. There's a.
I'm PROD LLC.
Okay.
She laughed. She's
Oh.
like, "You bring so many notes."
Okay, and what's the?
The password, hang on 1 second.
Just believe.
So you're going to sing for us, though, right?
Of course.
All right.
Yes.
Nice. Live performance,
Oh,
too.
yes.
Man.
We better get
They
this.
love putting me on the
Please
spot.
snap
All
him for
uppercase.
singing.
That's a 0 and a 0.
Okay, so yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Cool,
they
nice.
do that. So this will support us.
Who do we send it to?
Like, here's our shoes.
Ta-da! Stephanie,
Yes,
who do you send the snap to?
me.
Okay.
Do you on my story?
Oh, on your story?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'm a new Snapchatter.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really get it.
We're all the
I
same.
I don't really get it, so I do stupid stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so time consuming, right?
All right.
Now what do we got? What is this one? Ah.
Yes, we're live on Facebook.
Hi.
This is the lovely Stephanie.
Baklaan.
Yeah.
Hello.
Make sure you follow her on Snapchat.
Stephanie Baklaan, all social media, BACLAAN.
That's right, and we are on Hollywood Watch.
Watch
Dot
Hollywood.
TV.
Watch Hollywood
Hollywood.tv.
TV.
You know,
And,
when in doubt, boom, it's right there.
When in doubt,
It's right
Boom.
behind you. Or you can just
So
ask me.
I'm guessing live. Just wanted to share with all my fans, everyone that's following my post out. Just about to have an interview with watchhollywood.tv and connect with everyone and share what's coming up, what's happening with the lovely Stephanie.
Tune in.
All right.
What?
So we're still rolling on Periscope.
Still rolling.
All right, good. You got enough hands there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, watch that camera right there. I just saw a little punch there in my view. Okay, looks good. Nice clean shot. Good. Let's get camera rolling.
Camera rolling. Rolling.
I'm gonna come in tight. All right, so it's just your face on here now, okay? Actually, just switch my view. And then we're gonna go wide as you bring him in.
Copy that.
So, how are we opening this? Practice tape. Go.
Thank you for joining us on the Internet's talk show on watchhollywood.television. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Redo.
That's fine.
Frank!
Okay.
Thank you for joining us today on the Internet's talk show on watchhollywood.tv. I'm Stephanie Baklan.
Keep going.
Today, I'd like to introduce you to a very special guest, an international recording artist, writer, singer, creator, and advocate for the LGBTQ heritage and culture. Please welcome LaMont Wheat.
Boom.
Hi.
Awesome. So you saw how everything should work, right?
Work.
Great.
You guys already saw it. You already saw it. Now you get to see the do-over.
All right. Camera's rolling. And action.
Hi, thank you for joining us today on the Internet's talk show on watchhollywood.tv. I'm Stephanie Baklan. Today, I'd like to introduce you to a very, very special guest. I fell in love with him the moment I met him. He is an international recording artist, writer, singer, creator, and advocate for the LGBTQ heritage and culture. Please welcome LaMont Wheat. Yay! I love this guy. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to have this opportunity to share with you.
Very nice. Welcome to Hot Hollywood. It's hot today.
Finally.
Finally, the sun is out.
It has been June gloom early in May and up to now, and so it's nice to wake up to blue skies.
Oh.
And in addition to the blue skies, we have a little bit of heat. So
Yes, we're going to have a heat wave this weekend, everybody. I'm going to go to the beach. Let's get started. We have such a short segment, and we have so much to talk about. He is I call him a human vessel for healing humanity. So you are a beautiful soul. Your awareness, your manifestations, he provides consciousness and provides self-awareness and love to the community and humanity. Let's break down a little bit of what you've done and what you've co-founded. You started LaMont Music.
yes,
You are president.
yes. So so first and foremost, I'm an artist. I love expressing through the arts. Music is something that I discovered would be impactful for my life and others, and it's an expression that allows me to articulate what's important for me. And about 12 years ago, I started a label. You know, this is when the transition was happening between CD sales and downloads. I was working in the information technology space, and I loved music, and I wanted to get my music out. And I said, hey, with technology, I can just kind of create my own label. which is what I did. And subsequently, you know, over the last 12 years, I've been doing that. I've been producing my own music and independently distributing it through my own label.
Yeah, I read in 2004 you released your first album.
Yes.
Yes.
Love
and
Goes On.
is that the album title?
Yes.
Love Goes On, and you it was on your own publishing and your own label.
Yes.
So kudos to you.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, and I did that living in Texas, and what brought me to LA, Hollywood, was just a desire to collaborate with people that understood how the industry worked, because although we had the opportunity to do these things utilizing technology, there is still that sense of community that really makes your career happen with and for you. You know, the publicists, the managers, the folk who understand how licensing works. That wasn't available for me when I started my label, and so I really wanted to move out here to collaborate with people who understood that side of the business.
And you're still part of and still writing with Roba, right, in Germany,
Yes.
which is a music publishing company.
Yes,
Correct.
I signed with Roba in 2012, and so I've been writing all my music for them. So I get published through their arm now, which is based in Germany, but also is worldwide.
Okay, we will come back. He wrote a song called Still Standing, which we will partially play some of the video, and I don't know what he said he's going to sing for us, but we might get a little treat. The song is a universal anthem,
Yes.
and we'll go into talking about that later with the Lavender Effect and with what's happened in Orlando and the LGBT community,
Yes.
correct? I'd also like to share with you what he's co-founded in and what his human nature is inside of what I've learned. He's the co-founder or founder of East Texas Entrepreneurs Group, which is, want to give us a little bit of insight about?
Yeah, the East Texas Entrepreneurs Group was, after I had come off tour in Europe, my mother lives in East Texas. I'm from a native Texan. And so being in Texas, yes, I really wanted to be an expression to support people in knowing what's possible. And having a corporate background and being an entrepreneur myself, I really wanted to create an opportunity for others to experience what that is and what that can be for them. So I partnered up with Richard Abusi, who is a British physicist who lives in East Texas, and we created the East Texas Entrepreneurs Group. We created scenarios like Shark Tanks where people got to pitch their concepts, and we supported them in cultivating them from idea to fruition.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And the East Texas Best and the Restore Project is also.
Yes, that's also an expression of what I created while being in East Texas. Restore Project pretty much being one that is something that impacts us anywhere in the U.S., but specifically being in East Texas, we restore neglected communities within cities, working with city leadership, the residents in those communities, and other groups. So pretty much being a conduit to connecting people to what would have their community work for them. And this is something that we discovered many people want and desire, yet they don't know within the community how to make that happen. And we started Restore Project to restore their own sense of worth within their community, that they see what their community can be through who they see that they are.
So where are we at today with that? I mean, what is the impact that it's made? What is the active movement that's happening at this time?
Yeah, so in the 2 years of our existence, what we have had are fundraisers that bring the community out, that allow them to be a contribution to their community. And those fundraisers have consisted of music showcases, which I'm a musician, so I saw it as an opportunity to bridge and connect people through music. So we work with local artists that are in the area, and we put a showcase on. Monies go to supporting facades or just different types of cleanups within specific communities. We also have an annual 5K, which is called R+ Walk, Restore Project US Walk, which gets people in action. So, and monies for that also do the same thing to build a community.
Do we have any organizations that you're working in Los Angeles with that, or?
Yeah, there are. I'm in conversation with a couple of organizations that are startups as well. And so we're talking about collaborating with them, utilizing the platform that we've created and the structure that we've created with Restore Project to be a support to what they would like to fulfill on. One is an organization that will be building housing for homeless veterans. And so in that is restoration.
Right.
My dad was a veteran. This is Father's Day weekend. And I'm often reminded of who my dad was to me, being a veteran who fought in Vietnam, who also was impacted by PTSD. It's important for us to understand who our veterans are, what they commit to, and how we can be in service to them when they are integrating back into society. So providing a solution for veterans that have kind of lost their way or who may not know how to integrate and become homeless, I think Restore Project really can support other organizations in bringing self-awareness to communities of veterans and also supporting veterans in understanding what's possible for them, that they can integrate back into society, have a place to live, discover what is important to them artistically, and be a contribution in that way.
Yeah, I think there's a huge lack of understanding to our veterans of what they actually really go through. Once they serve our country, their job is done, but it's the emotional and the mental that's embedded in your soul of what you see. So definitely, I think that's such a huge thing to administer and help. This gentleman here, he gives so much. You're just a shell of just giving and giving your whole inside, and I think it's beautiful. What I connected with him most was his awareness and what he tries to portray and to teach everybody. Our society nowadays, I feel we're a little bit unaware. We look at the internet, we look at all this stuff, and we just kind of, it's all a surface in a way.
Yeah.
And I don't feel a lot of us are in touch with who we really are and love and the self-respect that we should have for ourselves to able to transport that out into the universe.
Yeah.
You also are part of the Lavender Effect, which, talk about that for a moment.
Yeah, so I'm an advisor to the Lavender Effect, which is an organization built on just raising awareness of the contributions that LGBTQ people make in society. And for me, through my life experience, one of the things that I got, we talked about awareness, was acceptance. You know, I always perceived myself as being accepting, but when I really wrapped my mind around what it is to be accepting, it is really allowing life as it unfolds to not be fixed as a good or bad, but to experience what's available in the opportunities that can be in service to who you are and what's important to you. And so when we talk about the Lavender Effect, I advise just from my own perspective. I am a member of the LGBTQ community, and being raised in the South, you know, the Bible Belt, there are concepts that we're taught about who we are, even before we discover who we are, that we have a choice, whether we know or not, to believe that it's true or isn't true. And so when my friend, the founder, Andy Stocker of the Lavender Effect, asked me to contribute in some way, I made a commitment to utilizing my own life experience to be a vehicle that others get access to what's possible in our awareness of who we are in the world and what matters to us and what can we be a contribution to. So the Lavender Effect does that. It does a whole host of things in terms of educating people about the differences that we have that make us unique, but also how those differences are so vast among the human society that it shows how more so we're the same. And you know, a time like now is a great opportunity for people to see what the Lavender Effect is doing and to relate to people who may be your brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, teachers, doctors, attorneys, who may also be part of the LGBTQ community, who are part of the human family, just a unique expression. The Lavender Effect really gives us an opportunity to experience our uniqueness and how we're more so alike. And I'm glad to be a support to that organization.
And to teach us
Yeah.
about the humanity of we all come from the same place.
Yes.
We are all the same inside.
Yes.
Let's get to, at which point did you think, or did you how do I put this? At what point did you make the choice that I'm going to be this human vessel, that I'm going to share my gift and change humanity?
You know, living here in Hollywood, everyone is working to fulfill their dream, right? And, you know, I have always had a whole host of things that I have aspired to do. And many people who follow me, they see that I have my hands in a lot of different things. And so when I discovered that I have a lot of gifts that allow people to see what's possible just through my own self-expression, I made a commitment to be an expression of what's possible. And so when I make the commitment to be an expression of what's possible, I don't limit what it is that I choose or can or have access to doing. So whether it's gardening, which I love landscape design, or if it's interior design, or if it's working in the technology world, if it's being a leader, or if it's being an artist, whether it's music or whether it's graphics, public relations, entertainment. I love these things. These are expressions of who we all get to be and really who we all are. Most of the people that I coach or that I work with say, you know, these are things that I've always liked to do, but I never knew that I could do them because maybe I have gone to school to be an attorney, but I really would like to be a designer. But like, this is where I got my career rooted in. This is how people know me. This is how people relate to me. And what I support people in knowing, just even through my own experience and my own self-expression, is you can be whatever you choose. And there is a balance that you can find in being all these different things. And in you choosing to be all of these different expressions, you're impacting people's worlds. You're letting people see what's possible.
Well, like we discussed earlier, I mean, it's limitless what you really want to learn. The knowledge that you want to intake is limitless.
Yes.
You don't have to be one thing.
Yeah.
You can be, like I said, I have a plethora of jobs.
Yeah. Yeah,
myself.
multifaceted.
But it broadens your spectrum of your knowledge.
And it connects us.
Yes.
With so many people on different levels, and we get to have experiences that would not otherwise be had if we confine ourselves to a definition of, as I use an attorney. You're just in that world. You don't get to experience the world of a designer, which is very artistic, you know.
Well, speaking of designer and landscape, because I think that I'm a landscaper, and if anybody out there is watching and you know, my yard is very important. At the age of 14, you created and developed the landscaping design. Yes. What was that?
Oh my God! So at
14 though.
Yeah, at that point, it was an escape for me. It was an outlet. I started landscaping just as a vehicle to escape from my childhood. As I stated, my dad was impacted by PTSD. He fought in Vietnam. We were in the South. I have 4 other siblings. It was a very difficult time, and we were really poor. And I saw an outlet through landscaping, through plants, through just an artistic expression is what it was for me. But I think my tenacity to really do the best job, and I think my mom instilled that in me, to do the best at whatever you do. I really got a lot of acknowledgement from clients that I had, that I ultimately had to turn what I was doing into a business, and it became a business. It wasn't an intention that I had to make a business. It's just my work ethic at the time, my commitment to do a good job, and my excitement in doing something that took me away or distracted me from my reality of being poor and being raised in really difficult times. It manifested as a business for me. And I still love to landscape. I still love gardening. I still utilize
Guess where you're coming? You're coming to my house.
And hey, I love Southern California. And, you know, the vegetation here is unique. There's so many beautiful plants. There's always something blooming, and it's art. I see it as art. It's just.
I
art.
agree. I agree.
Wake up and it's just art.
I agree with you. I built my house that way.
Yes.
So every section of my yard has a little seating area or a little garden around it, for the basis of the tranquility.
And it's therapeutic.
It is.
It was.
I don't have to be around a whole bunch of people to hang out in my yard.
Yeah, it was. I'm writing books now. One of the books that I've written is about teaching people to connect with the plant kingdom and discover something about themselves through the process. And so I hope to have that out within the next couple
Oh,
years.
really?
It's
Oh,
a
I look
children's
forward to
book.
that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's called Let Plants Be Your Friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wrote it with my nephew, Peyton Williams. So
Okay. And when are we looking for that? When is that to be expected?
I hope to have that out either by the end of this year or mid-spring next year.
That's cool.
Yeah, just in time to plant some things.
Time out. Cut.
Good. We just got to change the tape.
Wow.
So when we
cut.
get
Wait.
back on,
What?
when we get back on the massacre, we got to
Yes.
talk about that
Okay.
and what's going on with the community.
The what?
Absolutely. Orlando.
Oh yeah, yes. That's what we're going to go back into. With your music.
Okay, cool. Cue me in when you need me to drop something on the screen.
Okay.
All right.
We're still on.
Yeah, you're always gonna be.
No, we're on. He's on.
Okay.
We're actually cut though, folks.
Yeah,
You're just
we're not-
behind the
yeah.
scenes.
Just behind the scenes.
Oh, can we get her to snap us in here?
Yes.
Can we get her in here to
I have your
do
phone.
it? Oh, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Ching-ching. I don't even know.
How many we got on that?
We got one.
So we totaled what? And we're happy with that? Yeah, it's not.
Still standing.
I'm still standing.
Right?
Okay. Let us know when we're back on.
Mhm. She's getting a couple of snaps. And then she's got.
Hi, Stephanie Snapchat. I'm here with. Oh wait, we're not. Time out, folks. We gotta do some talk. Hi, Steph Snapchat. We're here with LaMont Wheat
Hello.
at the Internet's talk show on WatchHollywood.tv.
We hope you're having a great weekend. We certainly are.
We are. Cheers. Okay.
Okay. Share.
Doo-doo-doo.
All right, so are we loaded here? Okay, loaded. Okay, everyone's cool?
Yes.
Everyone's good?
We're good.
Camera's good? All right,
We're rolling.
great. So let's get cameras rolling. Action.
Everybody gets to see our behind the scenes work.
Yes, and we love it. This is a part of Hollywood magic, making it happen.
Making
And
it
bringing
happen.
it to you.
So we're going to go back into what I said earlier about Still Standing. Still Standing is a song that he wrote. It was an idea that you wrote from the Diva Project.
Yes.
From Shirley
Ralph.
Ralph.
Mhm.
Yes, from the original Dreamgirls.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2012, a friend of mine who I had a magazine with at the time was Shirley Ralph's creative director, and she was getting ready for her Diva Simply Singing show, which is a music showcase. And he asked that I contribute in some way to supporting the show, which was to raise awareness about HIV/AIDS. And so I had been doing work at the time with CAF, Children Affected by AIDS Foundation. And so it was kind of like these worlds were coming together around this message. And so it occurred to me as an opportunity to be a voice. And so I partnered up with a co-writer friend of mine, Richard Petir, and I told him about the opportunity to create this for the Diva Simply Singing event that was coming up, and we created Still Standing. Still Standing is a global anthem that's being used to inspire a host of causes, not only HIV/AIDS, which I did release a version of it on World AIDS Day in 2012, but it is a song that really has a universal message about what that asks us all, what are we standing for? What is important for us that we would be a stand, that there be some movement, there be an impact for good around whatever that stand might be. And so since then, Still Standing has been used for autism awareness, PTSD, cancer, and I'll be performing the song in a couple of weeks in reaction or in response to what is occurring in terms of gun control and the recent tragedy in Orlando.
Yeah, and that is such a devastating situation. I won't get into any politics about it, but you are doing this fundraiser here in Los Angeles on July 2nd.
Yes.
For the Still Standing, I think the video that we do have is from the World AIDS in 2012. Do we have that to play a little snippet of? Let's go ahead and time us out right now.
Nice.
Okay.
Behind the scenes action now.
Oh, we're gonna do it now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So we're gonna only set
We're gonna go into a little snippet. He's like, oh.
Just for displaying them.
Okay. Yeah, this song was actually very fun to create, and it's created so many opportunities for me just to be a voice to so many different things, and it continues to be relevant, which is awesome.
Are we still on air though? Like,
You're streaming.
we're streaming. Oh, but we can still have our conversation.
Yeah, we can still have our conversation.
We're still here. Oh, okay. So Still Standing is absolutely still relevant today. Maybe more so relevant now because of what we're dealing with Orlando. Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so Still Standing resonates with people wherever they are, and regardless of what is occurring in the world, when you hear the song, and the intention in when we wrote the song was that it impacts people in a way that they are inspired to take action in alignment with what they'd like to see in the world.
Okay.
This is
We're gonna roll it.
okay. Go ahead.
You could probably repeat that statement.
If I can remember it.
I know.
Okay. So
And you're on.
so it's it'll be playing behind you.
Yeah.
You'll also be seeing it up there.
Oh, okay.
So instead of doing that, just right there.
So today, folks, we have a live interview and behind the scenes, but we will have a pre-recorded segment for you.
Camera's rolling.
So yeah, Still Standing, the intention of when we created the song was that we wanted that when people hear Still Standing, wherever they were, whatever was happening in their world, in their lives, that Still Standing created an inspiration for them to take actions in alignment with what matters and what they would like to see be in the world. And that is the message. And I think that is what causes Still Standing to be a timeless song and to be a song that people can relate to, regardless of what they're going through.
And let's take a look.
I see you tired. You've got what it takes to see beyond the fears and the mistakes. Oh, here we are as one under the same sun. Still the battle's not won, but we can make it, you and I. Starting right here, starting right now. We're here for love to do what it does. In every single move of us. Still standing, learning to live and trust. Yeah, I'm still around, I'm probably proud. I can say it out loud. Still standing, Now that's where we can only care for our brothers and sisters everywhere. We can overcome our obstacles if we try. We can overcome our obstacles, just you and I. So here we are as one, under the same sun. Still the battle's not won, but we can make it, you and I. Starting right here and starting right now. Give us love to do what's done. In every single one of us, still standing, learning to live and trust. Yeah, I'm still around. I'm calling proud. I can say it out loud. Still standing. Every one of us, and you still won't do a thing. Even trying to what I see. Help us light the way to fight for good. Do everything I do I'm still standing, I'm standing, I'm
Wow. It really hits close to home. Those numbers are really big, and that was in 2012.
Yeah,
So
and luckily with more awareness out there, the numbers have changed. There's still many groups that still need to be made aware of the epidemic. The impacts of it have changed with us being more aware. But the message of the song still supports us in just being aware of what we can do to impact the world as we would like to see the world be.
I mean, still standing for me stands for it should resonate with everybody, every human on this planet, with manifesting positivity, with setting your intentions and choosing your intention and choosing the right way. Self-awareness, awareness everywhere. I mean, I think this man, I pray that he changes our world. What's up next? Are you running for president? I will vote for you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Politics are politics, right? I see that who I am is someone that can impact people through being self-expressed, and being self-expressed can take on any form. And if there is an opportunity for me to be in a position that shapes policy, I'm open to that. Or if it's just through my artistic expression, if it's through self-mastery coaching, which is what I do to support people in knowing the impact that they can make. I think any of those measures supports us in having a world, from my perspective, a world of peace, a world of understanding, a world of acceptance, and a world of abundance, because many people perceive that abundance is something that has to be obtained. And my intention is to make people aware that abundance is all around us. When we take ourselves out of being resistant to what is, and we just open ourselves to what is, we realize that abundance is around us. We realize that we have access to prosperity. We realize that we can choose peace. We realize that we can choose joy. We realize that we can choose friendship. We realize that we are connected to everyone, and what we do impacts everyone. And that is my intention. That is what I'm committed to.
What an honor. What an honor to sit here with you. I'm so glad that I was chose for you.
Divine order.
Divine order. I'd like to say thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to, any message that you would like to say besides fundraiser you're going to be
Yes,
doing.
I would like for everyone to come out next, on July 2nd, there will be a music arts event here in Los Angeles. I will post it on my wall, which is at LaMont Wheat.
Is it the
It's
Hyperion
gonna be
Art Center
At
in
the
Los Angeles?
Hyperion
Okay.
Arts Center. I believe it starts at 7:30. It is a benefit for the tragedy that occurred in Orlando, and it's just to raise awareness. It's to have people be a vehicle of action and contribution to what we would like to see happen. We all would like to see there be an end to these type of episodes that continue to happen, not only in the United States, but around the world. And as a result of the tragedy that happened, we've seen how the world is reacting and is responding. Like it is struck a chord on a global scale that these types of incidents can happen anywhere, and that we have to be accountable, and we have to be the ones collectively, not a handful of lawmakers. Like, we actually have to say what type of world we would like. And so the event on the 2nd, on July 2nd, here on Hyperion at the Hyperion Arts Complex, will be an opportunity for the community to come out, to be a contribution, to be a stand for what it is that we would like to have be in the world.
I say this to our audience, please look up LaMont Wheat, follow him, cooperate, administer, participate your lives in making right choices. Do all things with love. And compassion. And with love comes listening. With love comes compassion. With love comes understanding. And with love comes change. So on behalf of the Internet's Talk Show and WatchHollywood.tv, we send our deepest prayers and condolences to Orlando, the families, the victims, everybody in the world that is affected by this. Our hearts are with you. And please follow this man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Have a great weekend.
That was fun.
Are we done?
That was awesome, man.
Oh.
That was like,
Oh gosh.
man, that's so awesome, dude. Wow. I mean, I knew you were like active and but I didn't know you were like this deep. Wow,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
I learned a lot today.
I learned a lot last night
Nice.
on my Friday night. Look, everyone, my notes
Wow,
go
look
on
at that.
4
Homework.
Ds.
Nice. That's right. That's why.
Being back in LA, I'm just committed that all that I've committed to and that I put out really multiplies.
Yeah.
A lot of people say you do so much, but I do it because it's very fulfilling, and it supports people in really having choice. Like, who I am supports others in access to choosing for themselves. I'm a reflection of what's possible. And so it may occur that I'm doing a whole lot of things, but what I discovered within myself is these things are exciting for me. They're exciting for me to do all of these different areas, arts and landscape and corporate and technology. Like, I love these things, and allowing myself to do what is exciting for me creates an opportunity for people to reflect what's possible for them. Like, they don't get stuck in.
Well, absolutely. And look at the impact that you made. Like, Alistair, for once, learned a whole bunch today, and I learned a whole bunch last night, which kind of makes me go, wow, how did I not know before? Or how did I never, it was never brought to my attention. Am I not that aware? Am I not, where do you search for that? Where did you come up from? Where do you find this avenue of what you're looking for? Which is, I probably wouldn't have known, actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting for.
I really hope we're able to reach a lot of people with that message.
Yeah.
This is just, personal opinion and stuff. But I think, yeah, a lot of people on social media, we use it for a lot of superficial purposes when we can take it way deeper than that.
Yeah.
We can really make changes and strides using social media.
Yeah.
I think the selfies and this, that.
And what bothers me is, you people change their color of their photo, or I guess that awareness, you do that.
Yeah.
But what is your action? And so I'm one that doesn't really post politics on my page, and I really don't.
Right.
Mine is kind of for fun.
Right.
I actually internally want to make a difference with actions, not with because I wrote a word or a sentence on Facebook.
Right.
I feel like that's, for me, it's strictly entertainment.
Right.
But my actions are more.
Right.
Of course.
What do we do? Where do we
share those
start?
actions. Every time we do that action, you don't have to, and I'm like that too. I don't usually use,
I've been reading about the politics and
I do throw it
the
in there.
banter and the people
And,
that are.
But I think once you do that action, it's, share the heck out of it.
Yeah. What I've discovered in social media, and it's been a vehicle for me, is that it is multifaceted.
Yeah.
And many people don't often understand the impact of their actions. And I spoke about that earlier, that I get to be a reflection for others to see what's possible. And social media is an extension of who we all are and what's possible, where many people would see that, yes, I can use social media to market my product, where others may say, I can use social media as just an avenue to vent what I'm going through. And I see that who I am in venting what I'm going through is resonating with all of these people because they're relating that they are probably going through the same thing. So for them, it's not a marketing, it's just it's a diary, right?
Yeah.
And where other people will say, well, I see social media as an opportunity to advertise and market and brand my business, not me personally. Like, it's not about me, it's about my products. So I think from that understanding, social media is a reflection of who we all are collectively, and we all get to choose how we utilize this tool to be a support, or to be a detriment, or to create dialogue and conversation. And it does all of these things. That's just what it is. And that's who we are. And that's what we have to get, is we have to see that what we put out on social media is us.
Right.
The good, the bad, the ugly. It's
it's my journal.
Yeah.
And I portray fun all the time. Everybody thinks all she does is have fun. But at the end of the day, I'm not exempt from bad stuff. And I might put that, but it's not going to define any bad things. Yeah. I'm going to push through it.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the positive. I'm going to find a way to, this is our only life. Make it the best you have.
In terms of self-awareness, the reason it's so important for me to make people, or to cause people to be self-aware, is when you look at the world of social media, there's so many things that are manipulated and put out. And until you know who you are, it can be difficult to decipher and to perceive what is accurate, what's accurate. You can, I always support people in knowing that we're a reflection of one another. And so I couldn't call you what is not within me, because I wouldn't be able to see it. So if I'm saying anything about you, I have to get that it's me first, that I'm reflecting, that I'm seeing you. And so social media is the same way. So when people see good, bad, ugly, and you see these political fights, people would make it about the person that posted or the situation that happened, but really it's a reflection
But
of,
isn't it that's their relationship with themselves that you do not take personally, and it chooses you not to react. That's when you choose not to react, is when you accept that's their relationship.
Yes, of course.
So leave it with them.
But the key that I like to support people in understanding is when we become self-aware, we see what's put out and we see the impact of it on others. And then we also see the impact of it on us. And then we get to choose how we want now the world to be versus reacting to what it is. We get to choose our action in that create a world that we want. And that's being self-aware.
And that's for everybody. Choose your battles. Choose your battles.
Let me squeeze in there.
And yes.
Absolutely. Good.
Should we stand? No.
Nope, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put this.
Wait, he moved my papers now. All my notes.
You are so beautiful to me.
Oh, will you sing for us?
You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything that I hoped for. And
Can you hit that red button on that timeline?
Are you snapping us?
Yeah.
Will you,
Okay.
are you
Did I
snapping?
miss all of that?
Wait, will you
man.
snap me? Oh
I
no!
missed that.
Will you snap us? You got no help? Just push it and hold.
You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything that I hoped for and everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Watch Hollywood
Thank
TV. Dot.
That's nope, that's it.
That's it.
No dot.
Watch
Watch Hollywood. Dot. There
TV.
you go.
Thank you. Woo!
Uh-oh.
That was good. Are we done?
Awesome. You're good. Yeah,
We're done.
you're
We're
good.
done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Did we get any
Thank
snap
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Watch
On
your
my
head.
camera, no.
Sorry, I don't know how to do it, but see.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
did
Thank you so much.
Good
Wait, let me go back.
You too.
Wait, go back and sit.
Video.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna
Careful,
snap
careful.
real quick
Okay.
because we didn't get to snap.
I did a few for you guys.
Oh, you
Okay.
did.
But do
Oh, no, yeah, do your thing, Warner.
La, da, da, dee, da, 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 da. Y'all remember that? Okay, here we are, Snapchat once again.
It was great. Thank
It
you
was
so
beautiful.
much.
Thank you so
LaMont
much.
Wheat, everybody. That was great.
Bravo.
Wow, great lighting. Y'all make me look good. Finally. Y'all look good.
Oh, that was so good. How do you feel?
Yeah,
We're
can we
gonna
like
do it
thank you
again.
for watching, or I don't
Yeah, we're gonna do it on the Jay Leno, the night show. We're gonna do all of that.
Yes. Oprah, we forgot to give our shout out to Oprah.
Oprah, yeah, we got that new show. Yeah, this show is about to be picked up by the Oprah Winfrey Network.
Oh, hey, can you pitch that to us?
Yes, we just did. Like Oprah's looking for opportunities, and this is the perfect opportunity because Watch Hollywood.tv creates a space for people to just be themselves, and its thumb is on the pulse of what is Hollywood, and that is why we are deserving of being on the Oprah Winfrey Network.
Yes. Yes. Vote now.
Amen to that. Nice.
And whatever I can do to support that and being a reality, it's already done.
We set the intention.
Yes.
Wonderful.
See, people, stay tuned. You're awesome.
Super Soul Sunday, here we come.
There's a whole lot of love there on that one. Periscope loves you.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yes, we love you too, Periscope.
All right, we're hot.
Yes, we are.
It's really hot right now.
We raise the vibration. All right, here we go. Thank you.
you.
I can't wait to see all that.
Oh yeah, we're getting
Oh,
that outside.
man.
Nice work.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it? How was that?
It's awesome.
We couldn't hear it though. Huh?
Yeah, we're gonna walk them out.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna call Armando right now.
Armando?
Yeah,
Who's that?
the parking lot.
Oh,
So
okay.
I got both of them out.
Okay, nice.
See
Thanks, man.
what's.
Oh, this is my girlfriend.
Oh,
This is
nice.
our dad.
You're a dep?
I
Yeah.
know.
I see you on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's your name? What's it? Okay. Nice.
I think you were next to me.
So, I know.
Did I give you a card?
I don't think so. Joseph, did you get Allison?
Can you offer them the piece?
Did I also give you a postcard?
I didn't get one.
I didn't give you a postcard.
No.
What happened?
Yes, Oprah
it
Winfrey,
this?
here we come.
Is it this?
It's in a white envelope.
Huh?
right?
It's in a white
She needs
envelope.
all of
Where
us,
is it?
right?
Oh, it's right
All of us.
Every la-
To break
Did you give one to Vincent?
here. Yeah, Vincent.
to break this cycle of viciousness.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Did you have fun?
That was my 55.
You did?
That was fun.
Thank you
Oh,
so
good.
much. So, any like shots?
Yeah,
Any,
we
like
do.
really good?
On the side.
On a nice
Yes.
cloudy
Okay.
afternoon.
We try. I mean, I try to help.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Did you eat? Did you have a coffee?
I had coffee before I got here.
Oh,
Okay.
there's sweet pictures of
Thank you.
my two new buddies.
You want to get on set, Joseph? Can we get on set?
Oh,
Yeah, sure. Come on.
oh, then maybe you can take one snap,
Here we go.
Sorry, Stephanie.
or like
Oh, and you guys know this weekend is mine and Joseph's 1 year anniversary.
Oh, nice.
Anniversary.
it's our anniversary.
Right.
Oh, I'm in the middle.
You are.
Thanks.
Can you take a long shot?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I bet.
I should get a shot of you guys.
I know, right? That's a
Wait, that's a funny.
That's
Wait. Are you gonna do that way?
Yeah.
Get back in here.
Taking a shot of the crew, taking a shot of you. Nice.
Bam.
Nice. I love it.
Did you get it?
I did. Let's get some noon in there.
That's so awesome. Did you get that?
Did you get that? Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
now
you.
let's have a weekend.
you.
Shall
Thank
we?
Ah,
We'll
what
see
are
you
you
again.
guys
Yes,
gonna
look
go
forward.
We thought about going for a bike
Thank you so much.
Doing
Thank you
healthy
for-
stuff, nice
Joseph,
stuff.
if you are, nice to meet you. Have a
Yes, I'm
Yes.
staying.
Hugs.
Oh,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you. I can't wait to do it again. If you ever need me, just call.
I will.
Hosting,
Indeed.
whatever.
Wait,
You
someone
got it.
text
Whatever.
me.
You got it.
Someone texted me and said, I consider myself a landscaper. Yeah, thank you. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, at least I had viewers.
Yeah, no,
That meant I had viewers. They're like,
Oh, so the parking, how does that work?
She's sick. Yeah, everything's sorted out.
Okay, so I can go out?
Yeah.
Okay.
thanks. Who do we,
Thank
you
you.
called someone? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're all sorted out too. Let's talk for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
Monday, I'll give it to you.
All right, cool. What is it on? Like a card or something?
I'll put it on this one.
Okay, cool. What kind of card you got though?
It's
It looks like, yeah. Let me see it. Because my camera is exactly like what camera is this thing?
it's a CF card.
Let me see. Hang on.
That's good.
Oops.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, because we like to get posting right away. Mhm. Same camera.
Looks like.
I just don't have enough hands.
The only thing I have other pictures on.
Okay. Well, I could. Anything like X-rated?
No, oh,
Okay. So I can pull this down like right now.
no. Go for it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, look, I just had someone say would love to give to this guy's fundraiser he's having on the 2nd.
Yeah. Oh, is that an adapter?
Yeah.
Oh, see.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, get it now. Plug it up in there. Cool. Oh, I've got one
It's nice
exactly
to-
like this. Yeah. Is this a...
No, it doesn't.
Oh, this isn't an adapter.
There's an adapter.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, here what? Let me just plug that whole thing into my camera and
Nothing.
yeah, I'll just pull it down like right now. What do you think, Jose? Haha.
That was good.
Cool.
I liked it.
You liked it, cool. So it wasn't a complete waste of your weekend. Am I doing this right?
Um,
Or am I putting oh, okay, cool. I'm not doing anything crazy. Wonderful.
looking at
Awesome. Oh, reconnection. What are we reconnecting here? Oh, listen. All right.
you have the clerks connect?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I-
Wait,
well,
my
maybe
girl's
you
like,
do.
the camera's
I do,
on me
but-
right now. Is it on?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to stop streaming? I
Wait,
guess
somebody goes, that's funny. The camera's on you right now. Hi, Natasha. Oh my god.
Okay, cool.
Wait, it's still on?
I'll kill the stream now. All right, folks. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. We love all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.